The more uncensored information circulates, the more the system of control will fall, because its whole foundation, its whole way of surviving is to keep from its target population what it is doing, how it is doing it, and to what ultimate end. A microphone, for instance, is neutral. It's what you use it for that makes it positive or negative. Same with a notebook, same with a printing press, same with a computer, same with the world of the entrepreneur. You can use that creative business acumen, seeing opportunities and exploiting them in a way that's very beneficial for the world, or you can do it like the giant corporations, which is hijacking the wealth, therefore the power in the world, in the hands of fewer and fewer and fewer people. And you know, one of the things I've been talking about for decades now, and I gave it the name at one point, the Hunger Games Society. It's a structure which you can symbolize as a pyramid, where at the top of the pyramid you have this 1%. Actually, it's less than 1% at the core. At the bottom of the pyramid, you have the rest of humanity that are not in the 1%. And the 1% of hijacked by this point all the wealth of the world, basically, and therefore they're calling all the shots. And between the controlled masses and the 1% is a merciless police military state to hold that status quo. And when you look at the way society's going, day after day after day, you can see that happening. You've got the police state and the police military state emerging more and more, the surveillance state. That's all part of this middle strata to impose the will of the 1% on the masses of the people. You've got more and more people at other levels of income that are being touched by this austerity. You've now got the so-called middle classes being targeted and finding it harder and harder to financially survive. You've got more and more people falling into the lower strata, more and more homelessness, etc. More and more lower wages. And at the top, you've got this incredible concentration of wealth, thus power, into the hands of fewer and fewer people, to the point now where vast amounts, vast percentages of the world's wealth are actually held by single-digit numbers of people. And this is the Hunger Games Society unfolding. And so, you know, we can look at the pressures on freedom of speech, but entrepreneurs that want to use their skills and use their ingenuity to challenge that Hunger Games structure with freedom and with a greater expansion and distribution of wealth, they're also finding themselves targeted by the system with regulation and you can't do this and what have you. Because anything, whether it's freedom of speech or whether it's entrepreneurs that are doing things that are undermining the emergence of this Hunger Games society pyramid, they're all being targeted. And so it's going to be a challenge to take it on. It is a challenge to take it on. But, you know, what did I just say? 1% or less than 1%. And the 1% can only have the power they have because A, they control the money systems and control governments, but also because that middle strata of the police military state, who are made up of people from the population, police that population to the benefit of the 1%. When they start to realize that actually their families are being affected by this, their children and grandchildren have to live in the world that they're helping to bring in by protecting the 1%'s interest from the interest of the masses, then the whole pyramid will fall.